All right, for today, we got a little dilemma going on. So we need to go do that job. As you can see, it's still muddy and just not good weather at all. And on top of it being horrible weather, on the last carport, we kind of messed up the trailer a little bit. I don't want to tell you exactly how, but let's say someone overloaded it. And that's all I have to say about that. So today we're gonna try to get it fixed. The problem is, I'll show y'all. Y'all can see that tire is at an angle. The axle's bent on that one, so we gotta pop the tire off, see if we can bend it back and get it looking mint again. Anyway, this is gonna be fun. I still need to grab the impact from the truck that we used the other day to help my buddy, but we gotta get the tire up first. So I figured, might as well, huh? And it's in reverse. There you go. If you have never used one of these, they're very dangerous. I wouldn't recommend them. But I gotta get it done. This is how we're gonna get it done. And bam, now that it's up, we really want to block it, but I don't plan on it going anywhere. So the tire is balanced. Let's grab the impact and let's take that tire off really quick. So on top of all my great ideas, I decided to do this on the week that it's raining. So we're gonna get a little wet while doing this, but we gotta get it done. And in all my wisdom, I messed up my other socket set, so I don't know where anything's at. And it doesn't seem like I have a socket for what we're gonna do. When in doubt, great dad stuff. Papa needs a new socket set. Anyway, let's go see if we can find a cross or something somewhere to get that done. I need to start, you know what I've been noticing? I need to start practicing talking to the camera and not at the camera or towards the camera. I don't know. I think talking to is the move. You know what? I have one more place I could check before rating Dad's old toolbox. Man, it's just so awesome when you have resources that have been collecting or have stuff like both of my families just been collecting for upwards of 20 years easy, that they've been either in business or been living in the town or have been staying in the same place. And it just makes life a lot easier sometimes when you go call on somebody to help you out, you know what I mean? That's gonna have the right stuff. Y'all just give me a second. We just moved 20 miles over into one of my uncle's houses. So all my tools are in here. Well, I got one of those coffin toolboxes you get at Home Depot. I got them when it was good, when it was cheap back in 2020 or 2021. That big old 6'3" coffin was about maybe 300 bucks. Now it's upwards of 4 or 5, I'm thinking. Just a casual Black Widow, don't worry about it. There's a lot of stuff I gotta move around, so I can just open this box. We're just gonna set this here for now. Anyway, I got all my tools and sockets in here. Now I'm not where I wanna be in a long shot. I mean, I got some tools that'll get me out of a bind, but I'm not nearly where I wanna be. I'm sorry. Meaning, look, this is basically my shop. That's sad. Not sad, I'm sounding ungrateful, but it'd be nice to have a shop one day, wouldn't it? Anywho, I got so many refinery tools in here, it ain't even funny. I mean, it is funny because it's just stuff you accumulated throughout the years, but that's why I'm saying I'm grateful that I could go to these people who've been living longer and they have exactly what they need, they know what they need. I don't think that's too safe. We'll go ahead and bleed that. I don't want to leave it open. I maybe should. I'm not seeing a single socket set in here. And I thought I had socket sets in here. Well, that's twice. Baby mama, if you're seeing this, that's an excuse for me to buy a new socket set. Anyway, 22. I don't think that'll fit. This is a refinery socket set, so that's gonna be like 1.25 inches. Yep, 1.25 inches. I mean 1.16 inches, sorry. That's all we usually mess with out there. The most common ones, 1.25 inches, 1.16 inches, and 1.7 inches are the main three you're gonna use, and the main three you wanna have in your boat bag. And I know I can't record in the refineries, but I'll just give y'all references every now and then. I know one of my buddies takes pictures and does TikToks in the refineries, but I don't want to chance my job like that. Yes, I'm gonna close that back up. I'm just seeing if this socket will fit. If not, we're gonna figure something else out. Come on, just one time for me. You won't believe it. It fit. Now, was it an exact fit? No. But we're just gonna take it nice and slow. Yep, I lied. 22 millimeter, we need like a 21 and an extension. Fun. I also know what it's like when the older guys get super angry because they can't find any of their tools, or they know they have it somewhere, they just can't find it. That's what I'm going through right now. Take number 2. We're probably gonna be back and forth here all day. I don't want to be because I got other things to do, but I think that's the way it's gonna play out. That's my prediction. Oh, my little refinery book got wet. Little refinery book. This is a whole job's worth of formaning down the drain. Well, not down the drain, but I don't know why I kept it. So many tools. God is great. How about we just set a fire to everything and claim insurance? No, I'm not gonna do that. No. Okay, it's not here. We'll try somewhere else. In other news, have y'all seen my rocket stove? I made it and I'm very proud of it. The stand for it's back there. Anywho, let's put all this away. Let's go figure something else out. Because clearly, I didn't have nothing there. Isn't that what they do in the movies? You know what? I'm just going to leave y'all here and cut back when I could find the socket set. So, unfortunately for me, I spent a while looking for the socket. So we found that the socket was 13/16, but the only one I could find is 3/8 drive, and that's a 1/2 inch impact. So let's go find a 3/8 drive ratchet. Okay, so I couldn't find no 3/8 drive ratchet, but I found a 3/8 drive extension and a pipe wrench. And we don't look for problems around here, we look for solutions. And I picked up the trailer prematurely, I'm just now noticing. So we're gonna drop it back down. All right, now most of the weight's off. We're just gonna try to get it with this pipe wrench, because I don't know if I said it or not, but we don't make excuses around here. We find solutions. Oh yeah, she's gonna go. We're gonna fix her. It's gonna be a little slower than if we had the right stuff, but regardless, it's gonna get off. Remember folks, a like a day will help a starting YouTuber. What'd I say? A like a day will help get a starting YouTuber a decent socket set. Oh God. All right, that one's loose. We'll go ahead and break the next one. Oh yeah, that one's loose. We'll go on to the next one. Yep. Was it Ronnie Coleman that said, "Yeah, buddy, we're cooking now"? I know it was Phil Robertson that said, "Now we're cooking with peanut oil." Oh yeah. We'll get it eventually. That's all of them. Let's jack it back up. Going up. That was fun. Here in a second, we're going to get a closer view of what's really going on. Not only does the mud not help, but it just gives everything just a worse feeling. I mean, I guess I'm complaining over spilled milk because it could be 100 degrees right now, but instead it's cloudy and I'm complaining for no reason. Not a good attribute if you ask me. That's number 2. Another little trick. Oh, nope. I lied. Come on. Atta girl. Like I said, folks, we don't make excuses around here. We try to find solutions. Ooh, that one's seized on. Goodbye. Cool. Now we could really see what's going on. Ooh, yeah, that don't look too good. That's supposed to be straight. And it fell off a little bit. Let's see what we can do about it. I think the next thing we should do is pop off these U-bolts and see what we could do. Or we could somehow put blocks on the backside and somehow throw a bottle jack right here, maybe heat it up and bend it. We'll see if we can bend it back. If not, we're just gonna have to buy a new axle. Oh, hey, you bolt's loose. We'll tighten that up. Anyway, we don't got too much options. Oh man, do I have a horrible case of ADHD. I swear it's not even funny sometimes. You go get this to go get that, but then that's not ready, so you get this. Well, that didn't work. I swear, if it's not one thing, it's another with y'all. All right, take two. Oh yeah, stuff is looking up. I'm so excited, I just can't hide it. And because we dropped it, we're too low. So let's reset the jack and pick it up. Oh yeah. All right, it's back up. Put the blocks back under, and now we're going down. Oh yeah. Now we gotta straighten that out. How I think we're gonna do that is very carefully. Yeah. Oh, my bottle jack. What I'm thinking, we'll put it upside down. We'll put a block up here so it can catch the angle and kind of pinpoint where we want to go down and start going, see what happens. Let's get a block. I found this block a lot quicker than I found that railroad tie. See how much we need. Just around right here. I think it's time for a new blade. Anyway, that gives us a good little shim. Again, we're putting the bottle jack upside down. Put a little shim. Don't try this at home. I am a professional. Now that we're tight, I'm gonna try to do it without heating it up first. See if it does anything. If it doesn't want to do anything, we'll heat it up and go from there. Now that I can't get the tire iron in there, I'm just gonna use a pipe wrench to tighten it up. I should go get my channel locks, but anyway, we're slowly going. Key word for some reason is slowly. Don't ask me why. It looks like we're gonna have to go tire iron and just do a whole bunch of quarter turns because I'm not getting no leverage with that pipe wrench. Yet another painstakingly slow process. Never mind, I found a good spot with the pipe wrench. Did we move at all? I mean, maybe. No, we're still in. Let's just keep going. We'll overdo it. I know with something pressure like this, when you have a lot of pressure on it, you could honestly just heat it up and then it'll form. Since it got a lot of stress, it's up and it got a lot of stress going down, but don't want to move. As soon as you loosen up those molecules with the torch, it'll settle out by itself with the tension, of course. We'll just hit it a couple more times while it's cold, see if it doesn't do nothing. Nope. I think we're gonna need the torch regardless. But you don't want to go. I'll be back. Let's loosen up those atoms, shall we? Remember, class, green to green. In fact, let me bring you up closer. The green hose is always going to be your oxygen. You can't even get it wrong if you try. The manufacturers made sure of that by putting reverse threads on them. The oxygen is going to be your regular thread, and the red is always going to be your fuel, whether it be propane, propylene, MAP gas, acetylene. Red's always going to be your fuel. Not only is it red, but it's reverse thread, so there's no way you could get it wrong. Because if you try to screw it on the traditional way, you'll be sitting there for hours not going nowhere. Same thing for your torch. Green oxygen, red fuel. Traditional way of threading it, reverse thread. Reverse thread is just basically meaning going the opposite way. Real quick, do you ever get the feeling of like, oh snap, I have so many tools out, this is gonna take forever, even the cleanup, but you're already too deep into it to turn back now? Oh, you don't? Me neither. Snug them up. Snug them up. Make sure you're all tight everywhere else. It's the propylene tip, so we got the right tip. Now we need a striker, which I need to replace or refill because the last one ran out of flint. But I got a lighter, which if they catch you using a lighter out in the refineries, you can say bye-bye. It's a big no-no. But I'm a professional and don't do the things you see at home. The things you see me do. You know what I mean. Oh, oxygen, good rule of thumb, 40 or 10, 50 or 10, depending what you're cutting. Sometimes you need a little bit more oxygen to push through or to melt through or to just wash it off. Sometimes you don't. Good rule of thumb, 40 and 10. 40 meaning 40 psi, 10 psi. Smack dab set on 40, but to check for leaks, we're gonna close it because we don't like leaks. And if everything holds, you're good to go. Keep going. Everything's holding, we're gonna keep on rolling. The oxygen, you could turn it how many ever times you want. You could open it wide open. The fuel, you usually just want to crack it open. It's gonna be more than enough. You're only putting 10 psi anyway, so you don't need much. So you don't need to have it wide open. You always want to, everybody has their quarter turn, turn and a half, 1 turn. All you basically want to do is just crack it open a little bit, so in the event of emergency, it's super easy to shut it off. Say this pops fire on me, I could just go shut it off real quick. So check if it's leaking. No pressure. Bring it up to pressure. We're at around 10 psi right there. Shut it off. No leaks. Little turn and a half. Good to go. Now for propane, not unlike acetylene, propane's very spoiled. So what I like to do, or what you should do when working with propane, you turn on the fuel and the oxygen at the same time, and then you light. See, I'm having so much trouble with it. It's usually so spoiled. Anyway, let's heat this up real good. Let's loosen up those atoms. And I think honestly, if we heat it up good, it'll start bending on its own because this has a lot of pressure on it. We're just gonna keep going until everything's nice and warm. Let's get the other side. We need a cameraman. Like the video, so get us a cameraman. I know, I'm gonna hear some of y'all say, hey, you need a rosebud for that kind of work. A rosebud, for all of you that don't know, this is a cutting tip, so it's very narrow, very precise, and it has cutouts in the nozzle to where it helps mix the fuel a little bit better to have more of a precise cut. A rosebud is almost the very opposite of that, but serves a specific purpose. A rosebud is a little wider, not as narrow, because you're not cutting with a rosebud. A rosebud's specific purpose is to just heat up material. All you do with rosebuds is heat it up, and how they do that is in the nozzle, the holes ain't as precise. Just think of it as a tube with a whole bunch of normal holes in it, about yay big, little, like a $50 size little tube that goes at the end of this, screws on, and instead of the holes being tapered, they're just straightforward, and it doesn't mix no gas. It is, even with acetylene, rosebuds are in a sense drama queens too, because you need to turn them on a certain way or else they just pop and pop and pop and pop. But the specific purposes for the rosebud is to just heat up material. Literally, that's it. Use them for tempering, to heat up gears when you fit them on, or when you friction fit them. But with a cutting tip, you set your fuel just right, it acts just like a smaller rosebud. So I'm not too worried about it. Anyway, I think we heated it up real good, and we're getting that block of wood pretty toasty. I'm gonna go ahead and heat it up just a tad bit more, or we're gonna go ahead and use the jack a little bit. Or we're gonna go ahead and utilize the jack and go a little bit more down. Hopefully it bends and stays bent. Then we're gonna let it cool and slap that tire on, see what happens. Let's go ahead and shut that off. Shut our bottles because, like I said, we don't like to take chances. Grab our tools and start coming up, or going down in this case. Let's see what it's looking like. Let's give it a little more. Let's get it a little bit more hot. Let's turn up the fuel a little bit, turn up the oxygen, and let's get it glowing a little bit. First try. Got a little bit more hot this time. We're just gonna move it a little bit faster this time around. Now we're getting color a little bit. Not too much, but now we're actually heating it up. Let's get both sides. Other side. I think I just heard it settling. Turn the fuel off. Check it one last time. I mean, we're straighter than what we were. Let's give it a little bit more. Let me localize the heat in one more area. Let me do it one more time. Fuel, oxygen. We got a little bit higher because, I don't know, we can. Give it a few more turns while it's hot. We're straightening out, that's for sure. I like it, y'all like it? I think I like it. Let's give it a little bit more because why not? I think there's only one way to truly see if we got it. Let's take everything off and see what it does. You know what, as it's coming down, I see the problem. Y'all probably screaming at me the whole time. See the mistake we did? I see the big mistake we did. We put the blocks under the axle thinking the trailer is heavy enough to bend it. What we need to do, we're not even. If I put the blocks under the leaf springs, it's still gonna do the same thing. It's gonna pick the trailer up. And I don't got nothing heavy to overload it here. So the little tension it was giving, that's all I relied on. And the heat, that's why I didn't do as much as I thought it was gonna do. Yeah, the whole trailer's just coming down. So it was giving it tension, just not as strong as we thought, because these springs are strong. They're playing a big force, but it just didn't do as much as we were thinking. We could put the tire on, see how it runs now. Nothing's gonna happen in the tire. Let's check it. If not, we'll do something else, but let's just check. Hello, Mr. Tire. Sun, Mr. Golden Sun. Oh, golly, that took forever. Oh, y'all won't believe it, but it did straighten it. Let's tighten her up. I know we still got the blocks down there. I know everything's still hot. Well, not hot. It cooled down for a good bit. Let's put the weight on it and see what happens. Don't worry about the smoke. It's just the wood blocks that are smoldering. And I forgot we don't have the impact. So this is going to be a long process just to put the tire back on. Fun. Fun, 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 fun. Fun. You spin my head right round. That song's probably... I can't use that song. We'll just do 2 for now. On opposite sides. Make sure we're sitting good. And then we'll tighten the rest of them up. 1 on opposite sides are tightened down. It seems to be sitting a lot better. Let's put the jack on it and test it out. Really? A good sign. We got a gap in the back. That's your smoking problem. Notice how there's no more smoke. Going down, nice and easy on the way down. You gotta be careful when using these jacks. They could get away from you very easily and very quickly. So we're all down. It's on its own weight. It's a little better, not the best, but we do have clearance on the backside. I call that a win. And we're still a little out of line. It'll get us to finish this job. And the first thing we're gonna do is buy new axles. Why? Because it's the right thing to do, because it's not my trailer, it's my grandmother's trailer. But also it's a good investment because we do use this trailer, it does make us money. So we gotta put back into the company, you know what I mean? Let's just put all these lug nuts back on really quick and I'll get back to you. While I'm tightening up this tire, all I can think about is, man, I'm proud of being a Boilermaker. A lot of people will hear that. A lot of my buddies in the refineries will hear that and be like, man, being a Boilermaker sucks. What are you talking about? You're proud of being a Boilermaker? Guys, look what it taught us. Resourceful. We can solve any problem they throw at us. I know some of my friends are going to be like, oh, some of us. Some of us are just straight dumb, but at least on top of being a Boilermaker, being my father's kid, and just seeing him be super resourceful, found its way to me. I like to think. And I love how there hasn't, I mean, thank God, right? But we haven't found a problem that the Garcia family couldn't solve. You know what I mean? And that's not me being cocky or arrogant. That's me giving thanks to God that He's been letting us solve all these problems as they come. That block is still smoldering. I'm gonna throw some water on it here in a second. Anyway, we're done with the bottles. My dad would be very upset if I didn't go put them back in the exact place I found them. So let me unhook all this and let me do that. To drain them, I like to turn on the oxygen and the fuel at the same time. So you're not throwing concentrated fuel. You throw it diluted with the oxygen and less chance of a boom if there's a fire close by. You know what I mean? Still a chance, but less chance now that it's diluted. I think I have a problem not facing the camera. I'm gonna fix that. Remember, reverse thread, traditional, traditional on your fuel. I'm gonna say it 1,000 times because hopefully it helps somebody. I have a real bad habit of not putting things away when I use them or when I find them. But this year and more now that I'm recording, not only because all my family members gonna see it, but looking back at the video, it gives me a sense of accountability now. Honestly, one of the big things, I hope my kids can look back on these videos and maybe I'm working one day, you just want to see me, hop on a video, learn how to use the torch and go from there. I mean, that's a weird example, right? But almost all my references are going to be about work, only because that's all I've ever known. And it kind of sucks because I know a lot of you out there are lone wolves or can do things by yourselves, but being by myself just sucks, man. You got no energy. Well, you got drive because I'm out here doing it, right? But much better would this be if I had not an entourage per se, but say a buddy or a crew, just to make the experience more fun. Like I even say it at work, why work alone? Not only can we not work alone, but why do stuff alone, or why have a bad attitude? Or countless of my friends have heard it. Why even have a bad attitude if you're gonna go to work? I mean, we're all away from home. We're all doing something we really don't want to do, because who wants to work and make money? We just want to make money, right? But why even have a bad attitude if we're gonna do it? Just put a smile on your face, or if not, just don't even talk to nobody. I'm not condoning having a bad attitude, but if you go to work around me and you have a bad attitude, I'm gonna have a good attitude seeing you in a bad attitude, because I'm not gonna put everybody else in the crew down. You know what I mean? Real quick, guys, I'm only doing this because I am starting out and I kind of want to show you what I do. I'm gonna go ahead to teach my younger guys. I'm gonna go ahead, plug everything back in, start the torch, have a flame, and take a picture, and that's gonna be the thumbnail for the video. Just so we can grab some more people. I'm trying to give inspiration to the younger guys who want to do it. And since I didn't have somebody to take the picture, I just took a video and then I'll pause it whenever and screenshot it. Put it to your thumbnail, and it's as easy as that, guys. I'm gonna show them the little problem we're having. You show them. Here, I'll show them. Or you show them, go ahead.
You show 'em.
So right now it's in drive, which it should be crawling, but after a couple days of rain, I don't think it wants to move. You think it's four-wheel drive work?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. I'm trying to be very respectful. Again?
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it in forward drive. Trying to put it on the other side of that tree. Oh yeah. So all that we're trying to do is load the truck up to the trailer we got outside. Real quick, before we move the truck, I gotta help homeboy learn how to use this. Don't be afraid of talking, Jose. You're not. You know what this is called, Jose? Chainsaw. Chainsaw. You know? Pull it one way, it goes down. Pull it the other way, it goes up. Start coming up. I'm gonna bring the truck around, right? So all we gotta do is get the trailer, whoop, sit the other way, and slowly fist in there. I have a feeling we're gonna need to turn on the 4x4. 1 second. Well, that was just plain rude. That's what skill looks like, bro. We're gonna roll up these leaves. A good way to do that. Roll them up and then hang them on the top so they don't hang down. Boom! Give it up, Jose. Give it up. Alright, that should be good. I'm gonna back it up. Just make sure it doesn't hit the beginning. I'm gonna run it all the way till it's in the front. I want it to land as close up and this way as possible. I'll hold it and you go down. Come down. That's that. Now we can get back on the road. Let me do a little U-turn. I will continue. Stick around. We're gonna get it done today. We're gonna get it done today. What's the plan? You wanna go get drinks real quick? Food? Something. You can stop being weird now. We know your girlfriend's gonna see it. Huh? Leave her alone for a little bit. This is what we got going on today. Holes are dug, beams welded up. Those are the C channel for the runners. We got one more to fab, one to cut. This one's getting his 20-degree angle as well. Snip, 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 snip. Jose, what are we doing in the future, Jose? Oh, are you watching the videos, Jose? Are you watching the videos?
Yep.
Press play! Family. Oh. Guess what we got today? Anyway, I'm sorry we skipped most of the day. We had to hurry up. Can you pause that video, please? We had to hurry up, kick in the butt. It was raining these past couple days, so we went ahead and just skipped over a few parts. Hey, get over here. So we're just checking in. I had to pick these up for my tia. Jose is gonna give her puppy the last vaccine shot, right, Jose?
No.
You're so nonchalant now. I always thought this was a little bit silly. You see this synthetic rope that rots very quickly, but people just love it for some dumb reason? $5.99, $600. Tell me why that's more expensive than the same amount of, or more pulling power, 10,000, 12,000 pounds of pulling wire. So much cheaper, and wire that's gonna last you so much longer. This gets sun dried, it gets rotted out. That steel's gonna last so much longer. That's how you know. Oh, sometimes it's stressing me out. And yeah, I get it. You could put pulleys on it, but that always bothered me. If y'all know in the comments, let me know why that one's more expensive than that one. Even though it has less pulling pounds, that's the whole reason why you buy a big winch. This are more pounds of pull than the 12,000 pound. And if you want, like the like the video, so I could buy one. Oh, we gotta look at the axles. That just saw me replace them. How much? I mean, replace it, fix it. How much do they run? So we're looking more for 3,500 pound, 35. So around the $400 range. Ish. Yeah, you're not gonna be perfect. It's probably gonna be perfect. Honestly, it might not even be the length we need. We gotta measure. I should have measured while I was down there. Oh, we needed one of these too. 139. Like the video. We're struggling around here. Look, because I could be asking, I like the video for likes. No, I like the video so I can buy my own one. For the views. And if y'all know of a better brush, let me know. This ain't good fun. Let me know. I do leather work. Let me know if y'all want to see me buy one of these. These have the leather cases. The old timers, they have the leather cases, and I'll show y'all when I get home. Wow! But I customize the leather. Let me know if y'all want me to start doing that and having little giveaways or whatever. Oh, look. $44.99 just for the knife, not even the case. I'm just complaining now. Let's go. Ooh. What is this? Look. That got the cable winch. That's like a little 3,000 pound one. Ooh, how's it go? Ooh, this is nice. Is this you? Coaches are nothing. Let me know if you want to see. Look, so I've been watching a lot of Weston Chaplin, Diesel Dave, all them, the Diesel brothers. Let me know if you go on Facebook Marketplace, find something, fix it up, make it crazy, give it to one of y'all. No? I got I got mad scientist friends, diesel mechanics that are down to stay at the shop for me at hours on end, days on end. I got fabricators. I'm a fabricator myself. We can get it done. Get in the truck, homeboy. Next stop. What are we thinking of?
Sonic.
KFC. We'll meet in the middle and go to KFC. Boom, my love. I mean, no. Cut it. All right. As you can tell, this is not our house, but got a call. Apparently, to cap off our night, we gotta go ahead and give my aunt's new puppy his final vaccine. Yes, we're in South Texas. We do it ourselves. We're not afraid like the Northerners. Let's go see what's going on. Knock, knock. Oh, look, show them the porch we made, Jose. We made this not too long ago. Still sturdy. Better.
Here, hold the dog since you want to be taking videos.
Yeah, I'm saying, grab the dog since you want me taking videos. Now don't move. I remember when we used to do it on my dog, you gotta wait for a pop. You got to puncture through the skin. Oh, he didn't even complain. Ta-da! Go ahead, sir. So, honestly, that was easier than what I expected. I guess we kept off the day here. Pretty fun. Had a little pretty late start to the day. Got my cameraman real late too. Baby mom has been calling. Oh, like I was saying about that dog. When we did it when I was a kid, and I remember holding it with my dad, you can feel like a pop when it punctures through the skin. I don't know if needles got sharper now, but it just slid in. And it was in there. I went all the way in. He didn't even complain. Shot it in, that was it. I guess we'll just, y'all like, subscribe, If you want to see a giveaway at 100 subscribers, let me know. We'll figure something out. We got the construction going on, so we could pay for something. We'll get something done. Y'all let us know. Well, we're gonna find an outro, but I'll just keep it simple. Y'all stay safe. God bless. I bet this crazy guy $20 he won't run home and make it in 5 minutes. Honestly, he's making good time. He might make it. I'll update y'all.